I want to teach my daughter how to live the best version of herself. And for a long time, I wasn't teaching her that because I wasn't the best version of myself. If you ask me what I regretted the most about the life drift, the silent drift, the drift which most men can't name, is the fact that I'm very passionate about helping other people live the best version of themselves. It's something I've done for many years with my coaching. And obviously, with that, I'm very passionate about teaching my daughter how to live the best version of herself. And because I was no longer leading the way, because I drifted off and didn't know who this person I really was, I haven't been able to live my best life for the last few years. And in turn, I've not been leading the way of how you should live your best life. And looking back, it's become a bit of a regret. I was disconnected from my own life. And when you're disconnected from your own life, it's hard to connect with other people. And even though I might have been physically there, emotionally, I wasn't there. I was empty inside, as I've explained on many other videos. And this is the life drift which many men go through. And it's hard to give your best when you're not the best yourself. And when I identified my real issues, it wasn't burnout, it wasn't a midlife crisis. I had not grown into the new identity of who I really am. I was trying to still be the same person I was 10 years ago, and life had drifted. Life had taken its toll. One of the biggest regrets I had was the fact that I hadn't been present with my family. And I wanted to fix that immediately. But I could only fix it once I identified it. And that took a long time to identify it, probably a good 24 months to actually really realize what the problem was. And now I've identified it, I feel a lot more present when I'm having family time. I'm really working hard on that daddy-daughter relationship. Working hard on that, husband-wife relationship. Not because it was bad. Yeah, I wasn't. I just wasn't myself. I've not been and it's been silent. Yeah, you don't know it. Life drifts away and you just don't know it. And I've not been a bad dad and I've not been a bad husband, but I've not been a present dad and I've not been a present husband because, like I said, it's hard to connect with people when you're so disconnected from life itself. So I've been working really hard on connecting with my new identity and then having that connection with my family and showing up as the best version I can as a father. It's kind of one of my big goals on my next chapter. I think goals is the wrong word, but one of my good mottos, one of my mottos I want to stick to on this next chapter is to be that present family man, to be happy within myself, to be happy with my life, and to be happy. I'm very grateful for the family I do have. But in order to do that, in order to show up properly, I have to be present. I'm present. I have to be connected with myself because when I'm connected with myself, I can connect with others. And when I'm disconnected from myself, you can't connect with anybody. Try as you might. And there were times when I had my family around me, they would have been the next room to me. And it's two big words, really. Lonely and disconnection. And I'm not sure which one it is. Was I lonely or was I just totally disconnected? And it's amazing the difference now I've identified the problem. I'm trying to solve the problem. I'm putting in the work to solve the problem. I'm teaching others how they can solve this problem. And the results are coming. And I am happy in life. I'm happy with the connections I have with my family again. And we're heading in a great direction. So if you do feel that disconnection, it's not a permanent thing, but you have to identify what the issue is before you can fix it. A version of me was somebody I didn't really want my daughter to learn from. A version of me which was disconnected, unemotional, and just going through the motions of life. Yeah, just turning up because I had to turn up. And ultimately, I didn't want my daughter learning from that person. And like I said, this drift, it's a very silent problem which many men don't realize they're going through. And I would hate for many of you guys out there to lose out on those precious years by just going through the motions, by just turning up, by just feeling disconnected. It's very important that we get connected to our family and turn up as our best selves. That way, your daughter or your son is going to know that they had the father who turned up with the best version of themselves and wasn't just turning up just to go through the motions. I get my time back with my daughter when I've been drifting away, disconnected. But what I can do is from this day forward, well, from a few months ago, is make sure I'm present at every opportunity. And if I ever feel disconnected, to identify why I'm feeling disconnected and make sure I click myself back into place, because we only get one life and we only get a certain time with our children. And it's very important that we show up as the best father we possibly can. And also to our wives, the best husband we can possibly can. And it's important that we find ourselves and we connect. So I hope you enjoyed this video on the drift, and please subscribe to the channel for more videos. Have an awesome day.